you all. This is E-Man Booze. We've been getting into some malt whiskeys here lately, and this is my second bottle of this Kayo whiskey, which I picked up from the liquor store last night. Let me tell you about this here spirit. It's pretty unique, I'll say that. We got some in the glass, and we're going to let it open up for just a minute. Kayo means ocean in Japanese. And the reason it has that name is because part of the aging process occurs on the ocean. And it happens outside the territorial boundaries of Japan. So the producers decided not to put the words Japanese whiskey on the label. Rightfully, they could have done so. And the laws are getting ready to change in Japan. But the producers wanted to be true and just let everybody know that, yeah, it's made mostly in Japan, but it does take this little trek around the world, and when it does so, the spirit in the barrel gets all sloshed around, and when it does that, and is subjected to all the differences in pressure and temperature and humidity and waves and stuff like that, salt air, all that stuff, it really imparts a very unique characteristic into the spirit. As in fact, the type of wood barrel that the spirit resides in, or rests in, is called Mizunara oak. It's a Japanese native oak. The tree has to be about 200 years old before you can cut it down to even make the wood slats. The wood slats are about twice as thick as American or French oak, or European oak rather. And the other issue with the tree is it don't grow straight up like our trees do. It grows with curvature to it. So when you try to make the staves, it's hard to make. The density of wood's different. Lots of knots in it, so it's subject to a lot of leaking. And they say, like almost every damn Mizunara barrel, leaks somewhere. So it's a difficult type of wood to use. However, it imparts a very unique wood flavor to the spirit that is totally unlike American or European oak. And that's why the spirit is aged in that Mizunara oak. And it's uniquely and distinctly Japanese. Let's get this thing up on the nose here for a minute. Oh. You know, it smells like sandalwood. It really does. It smells like incense. It smells like Spanish cedar to me. It smells like cinnamon. It's got a lot of neat things going on here. Now, the fella who behind this whiskey, his name is Jeffrey Karlovich. Now, he's a veteran of the parent company that owns Bunnahabhain in Islay. That's a whiskey, a Scotch whiskey distillery on the island of Islay, which is very famous for the peated whiskey. Although the standard Bunnahabhain, the regular offering, is the least peatiest of all the Islay whiskeys, but nonetheless still a great whiskey. Now, Jeff, he did something cool with this here spirit. What he did was he sourced some all malt whiskey from a source in Japan. We don't know who it is exactly, but the whiskey he sourced was new make or clear spirit. Okay, and it's known as teaspoon malt because even though it comes predominantly from one distillery, they take a teaspoon of spirit from another distillery, throw it in the barrel, so that Jeff can't call it by its producer's name. He can't use the name of that distillery, which is okay. It don't matter anyway. It's just for a formality. He's not marketing another distiller's name anyway. He's marketing this spirit as Kayo. It's a common practice. They do this in Scotland. They do this in Japan. All right. So you take this teaspoon clear spirit, throw it in these here Mizunara barrels, which cost $6,000, $7,000, and you wait. You wait for them to do their magic. And then the ocean trip comes about, and you end up with this. Now, this comes in three different expressions. They have the entry level, which is, I think, 80 or 83 or 86 proof. This is a cask strength. This is 53% ABV or 106 proof. And what I really love about it is it's unchill filtered. Because chill filtering removes flavor compounds in whiskey. And I try to buy chill filtered spirits as often as I can. Let's get this puppy up on the nose, smell it and taste it and see what she's all about. Yep. You smell coconut on here too, but you get that sandalwood note, that really bright, almost citrusy, fresh, sawn, spicy, peppery, cinnamony, however you say it. Just wonderful, wonderful, spicy profile on the nose. Pick up some cocoa on here too. But there's a lot of fruit tones in here. Smelling things like orange peel, but I'm smelling more tropical things. I think it's because I'm smelling coconut and my brain's saying, you got tropical stuff going on here. And who knows the impact on the strain of yeast they use in this here malt whiskey. That can impact a lot of the esters that are created in the spirit during fermentation, for sure. But the lactones in the wood are what impart a lot of that coconut flavor. We know that from chemistry. Wow. This is so captivating. I don't even need to drink it. Heck, I'm going to turn the camera off and leave. No, I ain't going to do that. But before I do taste it, I'm going to tip in just a teeny tiny drop or two of water. Because I want to see if it opened it up. I'm real curious about that because the whole last bottle I just drank it straight. I didn't tip no water in it. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, it's doing a little bit of magic here. I like to do this actually. Put your hand over it and try to get it on the walls of the glass all the way around. If there, imagine that, walls, and we got a circle. We ain't got. What do we got here? A cylinder. Wow, it seemed to make it even more spicy, more peppery, more cinnamony. Got that sandalwood. Alright, up on the palate. This stuff is just, it's mesmerizing. The aroma alone. It's got so much going on in the nose. You know when you taste it, you ain't going to figure out half of what you're tasting because you smell a lot more than what you taste. And you know that's going to be how it's going to be. The whole last bottle, I couldn't even figure out half the stuff I was tasting. That's how intricate the spirit is. And that's what's so charming about it. Some of the heat just went up my nose. It's a good thing though. The spiciness, the malt flavor, the classic malt tones come right out at you. Not peated. They do make a peated version. That's the third one I forgot to tell you about. They do make a peated version, but we don't have it here. At least I haven't seen it here in the States. But you pick up the classic malt tones. And what I'm talking about there is the cereal grain tones, the honey, the maltiness, the creaminess, the custard-like tones, the cocoa notes. The dried unsweetened cocoa notes, you pick them up in here. And then there's that fruit thing going on. It's like a fruit bowl. I taste tropical fruit like soursop. I taste maybe a little bit of papaya in here. It's very perfumey. It's floral. I think I'd get maybe even a banana note in here or something. Maybe a touch of mango. It's got so much stuff going on. But the spiciness, the cinnamon tone, maybe a little nutmeg in the background, that's captivating too. And the pepper. And you get a little bit of anise or fennel in the back note. Maybe even a note of pineapple. Listen, this thing's worth buying just to smell it. It's definitely worth buying to smell it and drink it. And it's definitely worth exploring time after time after time again. Now, I'll tell you, with this 106 proof, with this barrel proof expression here, and we're going to get another tip in of water in here just to try something else here. This bottle going to go a long way. you can really tease this spirit. Take your time with it. Don't just be guzzling it to get drunk or nothing like that. Take your time with it and then enjoy it. I tell you, I've never had a Japanese whiskey that tastes like this. It's got to be the Mizunara oak, and this was my first experience with Mizunara oak. So I'm gonna try to go buy like Glenlivet and Mizunara and some of them other Scotch whiskeys that have been releasing the Mizunara oak, and I'm gonna try to even get some more Scotch whiskey. But this Japanese whiskeys are so damn expensive, you can't even find them. Yamazaki 18 Mizunara oak. It's like $4,000 if you can find a bottle, and I don't have that kind of money. But this, for less than $100, this here is a steal, especially if you're trying to educate your palate and explore a new kind of malt whiskey that I know you never had. If you're a Scotch lover, you're going to love this here whiskey. If you're a Japanese whiskey lover and you never had Mizunara oak, if you've just been drinking like, say, Hibiki or the Suntory whiskey that's out there now, and you haven't had any Asian Mizunara, then you might want to pick this up too. This is a gem. I like this. These guys can be found online. Oh, almost tipped over, knocked her down. Kayo whiskey, without the E in whiskey at the end. So it's KAYOWHISKY. No EY, SKY at the end. .net. KaiyoWhiskey.net. What else? Anything else I left out of here? I don't know. I'm going back to being mesmerized. Y'all get this. Let me know what you think. After you buy a bottle and you try it, tell me what you smelling and tasting, because it's off the charts with respect to complexity. I love it. I love it. This is amazing stuff. I'm E-Man Booze. You can find me on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, most of the time on Instagram. I've been dialing back, hardly ever tweet anymore. Oh well, what the hell. You know, Facebook, heck, so damn fake half the time. I don't even want to go on it, look at it. So I've been sticking on Instagram. So hit me up on Instagram under E-Man Booze. Get you some of this Kayo whiskey. Bye, you all. He gone.